problem in that game. And giving Lucid Vi might be a major cause for concern. But they're going to ban the Talia, and they're going to pick the Corki. Maybe felt like the Talia was shutting down their ability to close the distance, but I just think DPLUS are very happy with this situation. We'll see if they opt in the Rex again. I think even though Renekton struggled to have an impact before, Kingen still had a great lane, so maybe they keep that pick, but they could just go Renek and Vi in this situation is a possibility.
They're playing Vi, I think, 100%. The only other question is, what are they going to pick alongside of it? And that is going to be the Renekton. So I would expect, I mean, there is a lot of discussion here on the side of Lucid. So maybe he says, okay, after all those bans that were targeted into the Vi, into me, I'm not going to play it, actually, which would be very interesting.
Yeah, maybe scared of the Vi into the Poppy, but I don't think so. I think definitely T1 are going to take the Poppy into this. I think if you're going to leave the Vi open, it's because you're like, we think the owner can handle it on the Poppy. So I expect that. Do we get the Kennen again from Zeus? I feel like that was the least impactful Kennen game I've ever seen.
Kalista?
Yes, but instead they're like, no, we want bot lane strength. We don't want to go to the second rotation. We're picking Kalista Renata off the bat. And Renata definitely good into Vi Renekton, but Vi good into that Kalista. And we said we weren't really happy with the mid-jungle duo picks from Lucid and Showmaker last game. Maokai Talia did not inspire joy. But Vi Ahri, something we've seen many times, particularly recently, BNK and FearX being very successful with it. And it looks like that might be the angle. I think Ahri gonna have a bit of a rough time into the Corki. And it looks like they opt against it as a result. The TF gonna come out again. And if I'm playing Kalista, there was a lane matchup. Getting through lane is gonna be the bigger ask. Taking an AD carry that matches his team comp is going to be pretty straightforward.
I love how the DK fans are very into... Shinx? Zeri, okay, jeez. Yeah, it's just going to be Zeri. All the DK fans are very in tune with what their players play, and they cheered when the Zeri came out. They did not cheer when the Jinx was hovered.
Yeah, and you know, it's going to be a rough lane. I think this is the win con that T1 wanted, is strong lanes in the sides. And they've achieved that this time. The problem is it's a strong mid-jungle from DPLUS who can spread that pressure there. Now they're trying to work out what to play in the top lane, toying with the idea of the Jax, but not going to lock it in yet. Looking for the Viego. I think at least with the Viego, you can ult to kind of buffer things like the Vi ult, the TF ult, so an area of safety there, but
comfort for owner as well.
Definitely comfort for owner. Don't feel like he has quite the lockup yet, and they're trying to work out what to pick for Zeus. The Jax did get nerfed recently, Counter-Strike a longer cooldown, but I guess into a Zeri, into a Renekton, into a TF, they're like, something that can stop people auto-attacking would be nice.
And once again, Kellen is going to get final pick here on the red side, especially with the Renekton priority. This does end up happening very often. He knew what he was playing into a long time ago, but now he sees the whole comp.
You can honestly just take Lulu here. Like, you have Engage in your composition. Lulu's ult, the knockup is now a second. They buffed it a while back from 0.75. And you have a Vi. And a Renekton. You know, if Vi goes in onto Guma, he gets knocked up, then you ult as well to chain the knockup.
Gold card.
Like, how are you supposed to play the game? It is still going to be a rough lane, but that's a given. We knew it was going to be a rough lane. And at least now you have a range support who can shield aiming when he's trying to disengage from a Kalista.
Yeah.
I think DPLUS's comp in 5v5s is fantastic. And it really comes down to, can T1 stomp them in the dirt early on? Can Owner pop off in skirmishes? Can Guma get fed? Because I think if they don't...
Number 2.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
DPLUS key up, having a fantastic summer so far. They're 1 win ahead of T1 in series. If they win this, they are then 2 series ahead. And really, I mean, they guarantee playoffs. Maybe not mathematically, but I mean, if you're knocking T1 down a bit, that removes one of your main opponents to potentially move ahead of you. And they've already performed so well.
Yep.
And now they've got a lead here in this series as well.
And third place...
That would be pretty interesting, actually, to see who they do end up choosing. You know, who ends up in 5th and 6th place in the first place, and then...
So smart.
Yep, take a look at this. Hey, it's a little lane swap-arino, as nice little flash with the counter-strike, but
That feels horrible, though, for
you
Zeus.
still feel awful.
Yep. And now it's that situation where you have to rush into, oh, we have to lane swap now. We don't have a choice. Kingen is just going to be a nuisance here. He's going to try and force a smite or something.
Smite's down, but
Oh, yeah.
definitely trying to at least chunk them down. I mean, Zeus already chunked a bit, and Owner...
You have to die to get the experience. Because if you don't get the experience, things are so much worse for you than just giving away, however much gold and a little bit of XP to the people who kill you.
Yeah. I mean, you die, you lose some, but it's better than losing everything, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's just how broken early levels are. Zeus equal level with Kingen means he can kind of handle the matchup pretty okay. A stun flash there, trying to force Lucid to flash, but Lucid just to disengage with the Q. But Grubs will be started, and bot lane still going badly.
Yeah, well, we do have TF in this game, as now the handshake is pretty good, but carrying a lot of trouble here as they're trying to trade it back is Guma, but his first blood going over to Zeri here, aiming, will pick up a big chunk of gold.
That's a gold king for you. The summoner trade from earlier ends up punishing Carry, and the timing perfect because Showmaker just hit 6. You could see that T1 didn't expect it, but also Guma didn't have his 6 yet. And that whole play goes completely differently if the Kalista has ultimate. I actually think they were just 2v3 when Zeus was playing Aatrox all the time and so was Kingen, and Zeus just looked so much better. And it felt rough that Kingen, he really felt underwhelming then. He's playing one of his signature champs, he's got a skin on, but Zeus is doing better. But recently, in this series, he has looked in a complete other form. And both games now having, and I mean, I know it's on Renekton, which is a strong pick at the moment, but he's just been lane gapping Zeus. The one shining light in this game so far, because...
Just go for the gold card is here.
Going for the full commit.
Full committal from the side of DK, and everybody on the side of T1 very out of position here. They're trying to just focus down Guma. They're not quite able to. The bailout comes in. He is going to be res, but down he goes. The trade is good for DK. And now Owner, oh, the flash not going to be good, but he is able to get in range of actually ulting over the wall. Meanwhile, aiming, trying to punish Keria. That's not going to happen, and in fact, Owner does get away. It's my bad on that one, but...
I'd say a successful play for DPLUS, especially as Aiming was the one who got the kill. But Faker getting very fed on this Corki once again. And Kingen making the mistake of trying to exist. He's like, dude, it's fine, I can take him. And Showmaker's like, I don't think you can. Kingen's like, I got this. He doesn't have this.
Plated steel caps is all you need, right?
Yeah. That true damage coming in clutch from Faker.
Showmaker's like, I have that item. Didn't help me. But Kingen just able to see us on our turret. But meanwhile, T1, I mean, they get the Infernal Drake. It is a Ocean Soul that we do have. We're going to get it on a couple of people as Faker actually moves in and takes it down.
And now with that pressure, with the reset from Aiming, they're actually able to get this mid-tier 1. And we kind of saw how much they struggle.
Oh, the handshake. Okay, Lucid denied. Showmaker was coming in from the bottom side as well, but no engage happens.
We heard people, I mean, Carrier heard people big talking Kellen's Renata, and he's like, oh, I can show you some stuff. Pretty slick handshake there to disengage. They get the mid-tier 1, and I feel like that was a big talking point of game 1, was that DPLUS got that enemy mid-tier 1 so early, and it really hamstrung how much T1 could push up. Now, they're the ones who control this game as they need to be, you feel, and Aiming will hit nothing. But a decent attempt. About 2,000 gold lead, dragging it up at about 1:50, and I think this is kind of the pace of the game you do want to be setting with T1's composition, but still, we said they're dragging good over T1. Nice for them, but it is an Ocean Soul. Not the most impactful Soul. Not as bad as Chemtech, but I think if DPLUS do end up having to let the Soul go, it's not the end of the world. We obviously saw last game losing the Mountain Soul was a big hit for T1. And now DPLUS trying to enact that play on the top side, but it's still difficult. Vi and Renekton against a Jax, and they will just take a tower for it instead.
And they get one turret. Game has definitely slowed down from here. You see that both teams just kind of trading objectives, nobody really going for a big fight. Last time we had it was DK up in the top lane, but T1 just said no and ran away.
You get in SoloQ who will like ping you back if you walk up the tower, getting plates. In a nutshell.
You start moving towards his wave, he starts pinging you back. It's like, no. That's my wave.
He demands third blue. Like, mid lane is like, no, I need it. He's like, no. It's mine.
T1 are getting a nice little push here. They did get the Rift Herald from earlier. They're going to take the top tier 1, and that's it.
Yeah, not much value from the Rift Herald in the end. Faker to get to his Manamune and get a stack before this dragon. They've got about 2 minutes. Oh, the flank engage.
Yeah, they're just sending it. The Viol's right here on Aguma, who's in a lot of trouble, and Lucid is full health. He's able to get away. No, he goes down, actually. And now Guma super low, but it's actually Aiming who gets taken out. The flank comes in from the side of DK, and it's going to backfire immediately. King, though, going to pull the trigger, takes out the Viego. And now this Krog is pretty huge, but is it going to matter? Doesn't look like it. Showmaker not able to do much. It's a big fight win for the side of T1, as it's only Kellen left, and eventually he will not be left.
He's got Flash, but I don't think that's going to help. Not if you're going that way. I think his goal is just, you should just die.
The turrets.
Oh, wait, he can go through those turrets.
Yeah.
Buying a lot of time.
You can eat the turret shots. You can shoot.
I think, honestly, the play might just be to give the kill over to... No, this is not a play.
They know he's there. I mean,
give the kill to Carrier. You could have just run under the tower and died, and Carrier would rapid fire, though. And no cleanse on Guma. Maybe they can find an angle for this. Aiming still hits his cleanse, and Showmaker's got Ghost with the Spellbook.
Look at the hostile takeover CD as well. You see Carrier desperate to get that one up. It was so valuable in that last fight. And might just end up being a flip here. The Destiny comes in. And yeah, here comes Lucid, but it goes to Renekton. King gonna pick that one up. And that will deny the Ocean Soul.
Just absurd that in a situation with a Kalista and 2 junglers, the Renekton manages to take the dragon. Some calculations a little bit off, you know, maybe by single digits there. But in the end, DPLUS deny the soul. They're going to head over to Baron and start it up. T1 know they have to set a pace in this game.
Yeah.
And DPLUS kind of caught off guard on this, but we'll see if Lucy can pull magic again. No flash available for him.
Yeah, just got to go in with the Q. They don't have much vision. Oh, the hostile takeover catches him. He's too late, and the pull comes back. T1, though, will pick up the Baron.
They don't get their soul they wanted, but they'll get the Baron for Kellen.
Just going to Valkyrie over the wall.
He's fast enough to get away. And I think T1 wanted to spend a bit of that gold. They've hit some big spikes here.
Up against the Baron, as T1 are trying to push the top lane now. Owner a little bit behind the play, but now Kingen is going to be spotted by Owner, and Kingen is forced into the fight. TP coming in from Faker, but Owner is all alone. The Vial comes in with the flash, and Owner's just dead. Meanwhile now, the Lulu ultimate comes in, saves Showmaker, as we're getting pretty down and dirty with this one, I think, as now 5v4 here for the side of DK. As the gold card will come in on a Faker, bit of damage into Lucid. He is chunked out in an insane way. And now Showmaker just going to ult away. Rest of the team trying to fight here. Amy just going to get dunked on by the Jax. And not even Redemption will help him. Looks like Kellen, similar spot. Should be going down here eventually, you would imagine. Oh, the TP is going to deny it. And C1, wonky fight, but they will win it.
Felt like Zeus is hunting still. Can he find him?
Yes.
Yes. The answer is yes. Not sure you have an answer to this one, Kellen. He's accepting his fate. Zeus is stalling out the respawn for a little bit longer.
Harry kind of alone, but he does have his team coming on in with the TP. Lucid now is kind of alone, and he's now very alone in the Death Chamber. Actually, he's there with his buddies Renekton and Lulu. The C1 have really ripped this game open.
Yeah, just on the back of a few pretty fantastic plays, we've seen T1 really take control of this. There is Showmaker looking for an angle onto Faker. Faker is on vision, but he will scry up. You will see Showmaker coming. And in the meantime, T1 are making some headway bot lane. So maybe DPLUS probably want to defend this.
You know, I think that would probably be a good idea. T1 doesn't seem to care about the Renekton, who is alone, and do a ton of damage to him. But now TP is coming in, aiming, trying to have a little Zeri moment here at the end of this one, as Guma is going to get knocked up. But there's the bailout. The Rend gets the kill, but down will go the Kalista anyway, as they're still pushing forward. It's an extra kill onto Kellen, and they're looking for a bit more. This Jax is huge, and so is the Viego. 5-0-4 right now for Zeus, and the game might just be over.
Yeah, it looks like the Jax nerfs didn't do anything to him. He has just been popping off after the laning phase in this one. Quiet game one, but he's found some momentum in this. I think, though, T1 not going to be able to end here. They're going to back off and look for Soul again. Maybe take a mid inhibitor turret. You know, on the way out. Why not? You know,
sure.
Treat yourself. But we'll exit now and look towards that Ocean Soul. DPLUS is not able to do enough. 10,000 gold down. Ocean Soul secured for T1, and they are pushing.
Kane just not here as well, and the damage from Faker is huge. Redemption utilized, but you've lost all 3 inhibitors, and it's going to be a very long while before they get those back as well. So just now sieging up in the base. They don't even need the Baron. Here comes a massive knockup, though, as DK trying to fight back. The cleanse comes in for aiming as he tries to carry this fight, but man, they're just so far ahead. The wallets are so heavy for the side of T1 that it doesn't seem to matter.
The Ocean Soul going to heal them up as well. If it wasn't a 10k gold lead, that would have been a sick play, but I don't think it's enough right now. T1 just looking to end.
Doesn't look very likely. Aiming's kind of got to do it all by himself here, but the damage is being layered in. As a nice polymorph from Kellen, but that's just about it. As now Guma flashing forward, they will play with their food, they say, and they will take in number 2 and tie things up against T+ Kia in the series.
And a big bounce back for T1. I think it's very clear that when they have